Okay, that's going, so everybody's happy there. Okay, now everybody's got to be civil. All right, mainly me. Dang old, draw your handy dandy normal distribution. Oh no, you're supposed to make me blow it up because you can't see and you're sitting on the back row. I wish everybody would do that. So we wouldn't have to have a van. I wouldn't have to blow it up every 5 seconds. All right, so what is my mean? 80. And my standard deviation is 20. Oh, so nice. A nice question. 60 and what? 40. Now you need to turn to your empirical rule. Now, they have it in y'all's book. What page? 267? 367? 387. So, for those of you that are at home eating grits in bed and watching TV, which we are supposed to be, page 387, it'll show the empirical rule, or whatever they call it. And the question says the percentage of scores less than 80. Well, now if you turn to the 120 book, you're going to get different percentages than the 103 book, I assume, because they're different in every book. I go with 34, and this is 2.5, and this is 2.5, and I always forget this one. Somebody look it up. Is it 17 or 13.5? 13.5. Now, if your book uses these numbers, then you add up 80% or 80. You add up what? Whatever your three numbers are in your book. Is that somebody had 387 handy? So if these numbers are the ones that's in your book, it'll be 34, dang old 47.5, dang old 50%, should be 50%. So, dang old 50%. And the reason I say what will be different, sometimes they put like 0.225% and 0.577% and 0.578%. It all depends on what book you get. This is a test question. This is the type of question I would give on the test. Not no 15-part. No. If I do, I'll take it off or I'll give everybody points for it. Check answer. Well done. What percentage is greater than 100%? Dang old 16%? Above 100. Dang old. Above 100. Right here. What? Who said wait? Dang old. Read dang old numbers. Yep, I know that. And see, this is above or below 80%. Now y'all know why I've been telling y'all to draw this graph. I mean, rather draw this picture. You're going to see it all the way through to Unit 2. Okay, so everybody good with these two? This is that. Dang old mauve. Dang old know my color. Dang old cosmopolitan. Alright? Now, what is between... Let's see if I can move this whole thing. It probably ain't going to let me, but... This blows my mind. Usually when I'm trying to... Oh, it works. Let's see.
Excuse me, but I want to ask y'all a question. Doesn't this whole box, when I clicked on that, doesn't that whole box incorporate everything? Does it not? I thought so. I just wanted to make sure I understood that. Yeah, we just want to make it difficult for you, Hubert. Thank you, Mr. Bush. There we go. All right, now that I moved the whole box in 3 parts, what is the percent between 40 and 100? So we're going to take our handy dandy orange highlighter between 40 and what? 100. I'm irritated, so you see it. There's the orange. So add those up, and you should get your number. So let's add them up. 34 and 34 is 68, and 68 and 14 is 82, so it'd be around 80 something. What is it? Thank you, ma'am. Vanna's on top of things. 81.5. Check answer. Okay, that's a good test question. I like that test question. So that's one you need to highlight. Durr. Who says durr? Who says that? Down on the deal. Now, Harold. Dang on. Got that one? That's a good test question. Alright, let's do another one. Let's do that last homework, or a couple of homework questions. This is 6C 19 slash, that's the same one, isn't it? Daggum, 2 people sent the same one. Okay, well, we just did that one. Is Miss Raines here? Okay. Oh, dang on. Oh, that's Vanna. I didn't know that. All right, this is 6C 21 slash 4. We'll do your other one after this one. 21 slash 4. All right, if this one don't have 15 parts, it'll be a good test question because it's asking use the IQ scores as 75 and 16. I don't know what it's asking, but we'll figure it out. There it is. I think you got to use Z-scores here. I'm not sure. I can't tell. I'm going to go ahead and copy this to the spreadsheet. And let y'all hit freeze if you don't mind. Vanna? Is my mouse moving? Okay, good. Alright, I'm going to pull up Excel while y'all are copying it down. Again, see what it says, because it says use the normal distribution IQ scores, which has a mean of 75, standard scores and percentiles. They're calling Z-scores standard scores, aren't they? Let me see. Yeah. They're doing everything pass accuracy. Okay. This is what they're doing. They're calling standard scores Z-scores. Remember the LBJ Shaq question? Alright. You got to change it into a Z-score. So first of all, let's look at their They're saying 75. Let's draw a picture. So here we go. They got a mean of 75. You can unfreeze it now. Sorry. And a standard deviation of 16. So what's 75 plus 16? 91? And 91 plus 16, dang old 107. And 75 minus 16 is dang old 59. I have no idea. Y'all got to check me. Huh? 75 minus 16, what do you get? That's all right, I'll do it. Okay, and 59 minus 16 is 43. Okay, now they're asking you percentage of scores greater than 107. Now, by the empirical rule, what is that? 2.5%, is it not? I think that's what they're wanting. Nope, they're wanting a z-score. I figured they did. They're calling, see, that's what gets me about this book. In probability and statistics, it's called z-score. No matter where you go in the United States, it's called z-score. They call it z is equal to the standard score. See, that's what messes me up. I do not like this book because of that. Why don't they just call it a z-score like everybody else does? Okay, change this to a z-score. 107, change that to a z-score. That's what they're wanting to do. So, 107. So, 107 minus 75 over 16. Somebody give me that number. I don't think that's right. It's 2 point something. 107 minus 75 over 16. 2 even. Now you got to go back to that table. Go back to that table. Hold on. Oops. Dang, what did I do? There we go. Go back to the table and look up 2 as a z-score. I didn't know they went this high. What is 2 as a z-score? Right here. 97.72. But read the directions at the top of the page. What does it say? Cumulative values are from the what? Left. Everybody knows where their left is, right? And the left. All right, so what do I got to do? Well, let's shade 97.72. 97.72. Let's shade that. So I'll take my handy dandy red marker. The reason I'm using red is because we don't need to look at that. So I'm going to shade in 97.72 because that's from the left. Okay, you got to hold on. I'm doing something right now. You can't just jump in whenever you want to. All right, I'll explain it in a minute. All right, so what's to the right of this? If the left is what, 97.7? Is that what it said? 97.72. This is so stupid. Sorry. So what's over here? And I'll put it in green. Because there's two colors in real life that's opposite of red. One is black and the other one is green. So I'll color it green because if I colored it black, you wouldn't be able to see the hash marks. All right. So what's that number? Okay, what is the gas tank altogether? What is the full gas tank? 100%, right? 2.28. What did I say the answer was a while ago? 2.5? Okay, it came out to be 2.08 or 2.28? You took, to get the right-hand side, I'm going to write this down for you, because we don't get into this in Math 120 until the next, in Chapter 6. So they're kind of jumping a few sections. Whenever you're using a z-score to find a area, and that's what we're finding the area under the curve. Okay, when you want to find the right hand side, and that's what the green is, this is the right hand side, it's 100 minus the what? Left hand side. Now, Ms. Wilson, you asked, where did you get the 2.0? Well, remember what I told you in LBJ versus Shack? Basically, you're changing these numbers right here into z-scores. 0, 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2. It just so happens that our 107 falls right exactly where? On this z-score of 2. And how do we know that? We calculated it right here. Remember when I told you in Shack and LBJ, x minus x bar over what? Standard deviation. Go back to your question about Shack and LBJ. Now with Shack and LBJ, all we did was find the z-score. We didn't look up a probability. We just found one of them was 1.5, the other one was 1.67 or something like that. In this question, we're not asking, we're not comparing two individuals. What we're doing is finding the probability. What is check this out right here. You can change this with two other words. You can change percentage, you can change it to probability, or you can change it to area. Different books use different words. This one's using percentage. Alright? So, what's the probability of a person scoring above 107 on this IQ test? 2.28. What's the probability of somebody scoring lower than 107? 97.72%. So 107 is a what score? Pretty high score on this IQ test. Is that all this asked? Or does it ask another one? Because I want to do another one for you. Because I didn't know that this book went that high. It does a little bit of chapter 6 in there. I didn't know it went that high. So let me plug in what did we say? 2.28. Rounded 2 decimal places. Check. Yes. Alright, similar exercise. Alright, y'all do this one. Hurry up. Go ahead and draw the picture. Draw your graph first, and then I'll let y'all do the rest. Oops. Okay, 110. And what's 110 plus 18? And what's 128 plus 18? And what's 110 minus 18? I have no clue. 110 minus 120 is dang old.
190, so, hang on, 192, help me out. Oh, 92, sorry. No sneezing, please. 92 minus 18, 92 minus 20 is 72, plus 2 is 74. All right, now, change these, or change your number. Your number you're looking for, it's asking for what number? 128? All right, we're going to do two questions here. One, I'm going to do 128. The other one, we're going to do 100. So, A, I want you to do 128, and then B, I want you to tell me what the probability of less than, a score being less than 100. This one's asking you greater than 128. Alright, so you do greater than 128, and then I want you to do less than 100. Now, you may not be able to look up less than 100, but I'll show you what to do if you do need to. I'll show you what to do. Oh, off the clock. Who had the question? Oh, no, I don't like you. What?
I subtracted 146 minus 110
No, you just, you don't change. X minus X bar. What's X? X minus X bar. These are both X's. That's, where's my 100? Less than 100. 128 is X and 100 is X. I'm giving you two questions. I added this. Yeah, just come on in. Let me guess. Your power's off. You didn't have water. You had to go to a hotel and take a shower. Oh, okay. You probably had grits and watching TV. Like everybody else is doing this morning. Except us 7. I'm 8. Okay, so has everybody got this much drawn? Alright, so let's draw what they're asking for. Greater than 128. So greater. We'll color that green. So here's that. Now the empirical rule says that our number is going to be 2.5 and 13.5 is what? 16%. So we know our answer by rule of thumb, by estimation, is going to be around 16%. Right? So let's write that down just so we'll feel good about ourselves. We know by empirical rule, which is kind of like estimation / rule of thumb. Rule of thumb, estimation, that we're going to get around 16%. Anybody got a question about that? All right, let's look at, well, since this is going to be less than, we'll color it red. Less than 100. Well, we don't have a 100 Hubert, so we quit, right? No, you take your handy dandy black virtual marker and you say 92 to 110, what's the difference there? Well, 92 plus 110 is what? 202, right? 910, yeah. And half 202 is 101. So 101 is right here. I just did that because you're supposed to use the mid-range whenever you find increments. Use mid-range, mid-range, mid-range. Just trying to. That's 101. So 100 is where? Right side. So there's our 100. And we want what? What's greater than or less than? Less. Now, by the empirical rule, somebody tell me about what that's going to be. Well, 17, 13, what, 30, around 33%? How'd you get that, Gilbert? Somebody tell me. I don't forgot what I said. What did I say? Around what? 33%? Why? How did I get that? Come on, people. Round and quarter. Okay. Go ahead. Tell me what I did. I took 34 and did what? Cut it in half and it gave me 17. That's right. Way to go, Mr. Bright. 17. Okay. And that gives me what? I hope I got it. Is that close? 33, 17, and 13 is what? 30? And then 32, and then 33. So by estimation, oh gosh, they already knocking down the door. What time is it?
It's 11 and 2.
Oh, is it time for class to be over? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you look up greater than 128. What's 128 minus 10 over 18? Somebody give me that number. 1. All right, look up a z-score 1 on that chart. You get a distance. All right, what's 100 minus 110? Negative 10 over, what's standard deviation? 18. Somebody give me that number. Huh? Negative 0.55. And you would look up on that chart, negative 0.55. It's not probably on that chart, but that's how you do it. Okay, y'all get out of here before they bust down the door. What?
I know that's right.
My little thing on the wall. Well, let's see. I got to see who's here, cause I got to give y'all credit for being here. Somebody make a note that today was really not a good day for class. Somebody make a note what day today is. I don't even know. We're finishing. We're finishing.
Okay.
My schedule's off.
Yeah, me too. I know.
Okay, so just come on in.
Is that okay?
Yes. I'm getting out of here. Okay, let me pull up the roll.
Wait for the big guy.
The roll. Where's the roll? We don't need to be here today a bit more than a man in the moon.
But here's the good news. You ready for
There
this?
ain't no good news.
No, there is. Because
What?
at the beginning, we didn't have a Monday class the first week because we started on a Tuesday. We didn't have a Monday class the second week because it was, MLK, Milk Jar Day or whatever. And, MLK.
You got that right.
MLK
Yeah.
Jr. The
You can't.
GPS
Don't make
calls
fun.
it.
Don't make fun. Don't make
The
fun.
GPS calls it Milk Jar.
Do it.
Take a left on Milk Jar Drive.
All right. Yeah.
So-
Who's here today?
I'm here.
Not y'all. Mr. Bright, you're here. Let me do no. Okay. All right. Mr. Bright, you were here. Who else? Vanna was here. Who else? Wilmering, you were here. Miss Kurz You were here. Got you. And who else?
Ms. Wilson?
Oh gosh, I don't even like you. All right, who else? That's not
Chapman.
Chapman.
I don't know your name.
Chapman. I got
Devereaux
you.
was here, but not in
Who?
class.
Okay, yeah. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I got you. Frank's. Okay.
You only had a class 3 times.
I know. No, right now I'm just all messed up. We don't need to be here, as he says on Shawshank. I don't need to be here today. All right. Period.
But here's the thing, if you teach more than one section of this class and other sections on Tuesday, Thursday, now they're starting to come together, you know? Instead of 2 class meetings apart, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather
You have no
be
idea.
at the house watching TV, watching movies,
With your feet up.
eating pizza. I do not want to be here.
But now that's fun.